Rising above Glasgow, the Necropolis offers one of the most impressive panoramas of the city, surrounded by some of its most striking historic architecture. Today, I'm walking to the top of the Necropolis and enjoying the grand monuments of the cemetery, then experiencing the incredible views of the towering historic architecture below before heading inside Glasgow Cathedral itself. Such a unique combination of history, architecture and atmosphere. Could this be Glasgow's most dramatic setting? So hello, let's go find the Necropolis. So in an earlier video, I did the walk to Glasgow Green. Thought we'd call it a day there. In this one, I'm taking you to the Necropolis. So I just need to find my way there from where I am just now, which is just outside Glasgow Green. And I didn't want to go up through all these old buildings and houses. So I'm trying to find High Street, I think it is, or High Road, which is down here at Trongate. Can I go up that way? Did you look at that? That old police box is still here. Forgot all about that. It's been that long since I've been up this way. It's one for all you Doctor Who fans. So that should be easy enough to find. You go under this bridge, turn right, and that's the High Street. Takes you right up towards Glasgow Cathedral and the Necropolis. Nice old buildings about here, as there is throughout Glasgow. And some more modern ones as well. Look at those nice flats up there. The wee Greasy Spoon Cafe just next to this bridge over the road there. I used to go to it about, I don't know, 35 years ago when I used to go up to the Barras Market, which is up this way. And I would go and buy my pirate computer games up there. I used to stop off at that wee cafe en route, get a treat. And I saw somebody getting into this building before. I wonder if you still can. No, it's locked. Wonder how you get access to it. There's a Trongate clock. What a lovely feature, eh? Gorgeous. What are these buildings? Absolutely beautiful. Purple Cat Cafe. That's one of these cafes you go in, there's lots of cats running about, but it's, you can only get a table by appointment, because I've looked into it before. I'm a bit of a cat lover. I actually prefer cats to dogs. Well, I like dogs as well. Honestly, you can never tire of Glasgow's buildings. Apart from that landscape sellotape holding the windows together. You look up away from the traffic and it just looks amazing. Look at them. Look at that one. What a lovely building. Leopard Close. Pretty sure I've been in there for drinks before. Rings a bell. And the buildings here are a bit more modern and not as nice. I look at the back of that building I just looked at. Oh, it's actually stunning. What a cracking place. That's the thing about coming in an urban walk, especially in Glasgow. You get to see all these amazing buildings, which might not be everybody's cup of tea. Maybe you want greenery, but this is a wee refreshing change. Do you know, as I've said, I've always thought of the East End as being a rundown midden. But this part of it here, just the beginning of it, actually looks like it's had a lot of work done over the years. It looks a lot nicer than I remember it from decades ago. Is that houses? I wasn't sure if that is houses or a car park. I think that's balconies, curved balconies. Strathclyde Uni over there. Went for an interview for an IT job there years ago when I left Glasgow Uni. The IT job I had there. Didn't get it. I wonder if these are all university buildings. Quite a lot of new modern ones. I'm entirely sure. Looks like a hotel actually. There's another mural, but those look like university buildings, don't they? Actually really nice up here. I would never have believed it'd be nice up here, but it is. It's a bit of a bonus. Look at that old ironwork. Old rusted ironwork, it's quite nice. That sculptural fencing. Oh, look at this old church. What a lovely old church. Again, more red sandstone. Like so many Glasgow civic buildings. Oh, it's just lovely. Cathedral Square. I want to go further up there, but let's go into Cathedral Square first. And this might actually be the route into the Necropolis. There's the Necropolis towering above me. Now I even mentioned that the Necropolis is a graveyard. An old graveyard, probably not. And you might recognise this bridge, you movie lovers. This is where the very last scene of the Batman movie that was out 4 years ago was filmed. You saw the Batman cycling, riding his motorbike over this bridge, coming down the hill out the graveyard and turning into this little cobbled road here before cycling off into the night. Cycling, I'm saying it again. He wasn't on a mountain bike, he was on a motorbike. You know what's sad? There's Glasgow Cathedral up there, but it's getting a lot of work done. Still beautiful. Lots of tourists here. Wasn't expecting so many tourists on a Monday morning. I suppose it is summer. What a building. It's an absolute cracker, isn't it? It's huge. I don't know if you can get an idea of the scale from this, but it is absolutely huge, that building. I wouldn't want to be working in that scaffolding, I'll tell you that. You have a head for heights to go up there. Wow. And look at the building behind it. What is that? Map time. That big building that you see up behind the cathedral to the right there, I think it's possibly a university building. It says Outpatients Department and University of Glasgow, so I wonder if it's an old hospital and a university training centre. I'll need to go past it anyway, I'll need to find my way around to that bit. But first I'm going to go up the hill to the top of the Necropolis. Oh, some nice shade here in the breeze. Just what I need. It's getting very, very warm out here today. Turning away from everybody because up here, I'm pretty sure there's a crypt. So let's see if there's a famous person being dropped off in that crypt. If I can get past it for all the bushes. I don't see a sign anyway, but Yeah, if there was a sign I'd maybe squeeze past, but there isn't a sign, so there we go. If you know who's buried in that crypt, which is all cracking up the top actually, in the corner there, it's an old one. There's another crypt. Not as grand as that last one, but still, more of a garden shed, that one. William McGavin, author of The Protestant. Don't know who he is, sounds like a religious nutter. Another cracking old building that's fallen to bits. It's lovely though. I mean, I know it's derelict and falling to bits, but come on, council, you can at least get rid of the bushes. What he's doing. Can I see across here? I don't think I want to start walking downhill again because I'll need to walk back up. But what a view you get here, right across the city. I'm guessing again, those are probably university buildings maybe. Could be flats, there's flats there anyway, with balconies. Aye, let's do a circular. We'll do a circular around the graveyard and then find our way out to those nice buildings I wanted to see. Got all these big fancy gravestones. The rest of these just get chucked into a box and onto the fire. Look at that, going away down there and away round to see all the gravestones, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just stick to this bit here at the top of the hill. The thing about walking about this graveyard is you are on top of a hill, so there's absolutely no shelter from this sweltering sun. So I'll be quite glad to get down amongst all the buildings, get a bit of shade. But I do like a graveyard. I would say peaceful, but there's so many tourists here today that it's maybe not quite as peaceful as I was anticipating. Look at that old building. Another couple of old crypts. Quite amazing. Charles Clark McCurdy, born in Buckwood, Lanarkshire, died at Glasgow, 1891. If you look back the direction I came from, you can see a way across the east end of Glasgow, and I would assume towards Lanarkshire, maybe. Right, I need to get off this hill because I'm getting absolutely cooked here. I've got my sunblock on, but I'm still getting cooked. Need to cool down, get some shade. Try and not break my neck the way down, it's very overgrown. Right, so I want to get in front of the cathedral and see this old building opposite. Looks like it's getting renovated at that side. Different colour. Brickwork's all been sandblasted. Yeah, there's a Batman bridge that I come in on. And Batman left on. That'll be the way out. So I'll go along here, in front of the cathedral. See that old building, whatever it is, hospital, university, don't know. I feel like a tourist today. I'm probably the only Scottish guy wandering about here. I'm a tourist from Dalraggy. Right, St Mungo Museum. That's what that nice wee building is. So if you like your religious stuff. I'm pretty sure. Is that the building I was? No, it's not the building I'm looking for, is it? The Birth of a City, Rotten Row, 1834 to 2001. Discover the history of Glasgow's first maternity hospital. Ah. Friends of Glasgow Royal Infirmary Museums, free admission. So it was a hospital, it was a maternity hospital. Now it's a museum. Might be a museum on the inside, but I just see a spectacular building. I mean, look at that. Oof. And there's Glasgow Cathedral from the front, by the way. You know, the work getting done. There's not even a lift there, it's steps all the way up. Imagine walking all the way up there. Absolutely knackered. It's had some repair work done.
Thank you.
Wow, lovely place. Chapter house. Piano hiding under there. HMS Glasgow, 1936. It's very dark down here, so difficult to get a good image on the camera. Hopefully you can see something. Apparently St Mungo's tomb is down here. Tapestries. This looks like a new wing. It's very bright. Friends of Glasgow Infirmary Museum. The Glasgow Bee Trail. Right, so it's Glasgow Royal Infirmary. It is a hospital. Glasgow Royal Infirmary. Shows you what I know. Well, you can tell I've rarely been up the east end of Glasgow because I didn't know this was Glasgow Royal Infirmary. So there's museums next to it, but that's what the big spectacular building is. What a building. I suppose I should be grateful I've never had to go in there. Right, I've only crossed this road to get a picture of this building. Couldn't see it from the other side of the road. There it is, Glasgow Royal Infirmary. I bet you viewers for Glasgow will be saying, how could he not know that was a hospital? Well, if you're not from a place, no matter how close it is, you don't always know what a place is. Now I know. So, laugh all you want. Yeah, I'm assuming that's part of it as well, that building there. It needs the bush removed from the clock. So this walk started out as a trip to Glasgow Cathedral and the Necropolis. I wasn't intending to go into Glasgow Cathedral, but it was open, so I went in, and I'm glad I did because it was lovely inside. And to actually find that the big spectacular building next to the cathedral is Glasgow Royal Infirmary, which I'd only ever seen on TV from the front. So it's actually an amazing building. So it's a wee unexpected bonus to find that here. It just shows you how little I know parts of Glasgow. So I'm glad I explored today and found it, and it's been really enjoyable, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. So we'll call it quits here and say thanks for watching, see you next video. Cheerio now.